Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it with a somewhat new release. This has been out for a few months now, but a somewhat new release that has truly gotten mixed reviews. Got some mixed reviews. You never know what's going to happen in the whiskey world when there's a brand new release that comes out. But I've heard mixed reviews from those that are in the whiskeytube world, as well as just, from the whiskey enthusiasts as a whole. So this is Old Grandad, aged 16 years. Yes, all right. So when you think about Old Grandad, what kind of comes to mind? First and foremost, Jim Beam subproduct, right? So Jim Beam subproduct. Most of us and many of us love Jim Beam subproducts. I'm a big fan of Old Grandad 114. When you think of like the other Old Grandads, there's like the 80 proofer, there's the 100 proof, the bottled and bond. But most of us, again, we all love Old Grandad 114. 114 proof. Has that traditional Jim Beam profile that many of us do enjoy, very peanut forward and so forth. And honestly, it's a $25 bottle. Give or take a couple bucks depending on what state you live in, taxes and so forth. It's a $25 bottle. So again, 114 proof, coming from Jim Beam. Fast forward a few months ago, they came out with this aged 16-year-old version. So it's aged 16 years at 100 proof, and the reviews were all over, boy. I'm telling you, they were all over. Some people loved it. Some people were like, it's horrible. So luckily, one of my good friends and one of my patrons, my buddy Chris Bruno, he was like, hey Judge, I got a bottle, let me give you a sample of it, get it on the channel. So Chris, I appreciate you, my man. Thanks so much. All right. So I know what Old Grandad 114 tastes like. I'm going to save that to the end. Because of the proof difference, I want to start with the new one. Let's start with the Old Grandad aged 16 years. So aged 16 years, 100 proof, so it is different. It's not like this one, which is the 114. It's 100 proof, age 16 years. MSRP, $175. Now that is a grip, right? $175, but it is also age 16 years. So, potentially, we shall see. Maybe it's worth it. We shall see. All right. Let's dive into this Old Grandad, age 16 years. Let's try it out. So from a nose standpoint, it has like a, obviously there's, a good bit of oak influence, but it almost has like a burnt brown sugar kind of a note. A burnt brown sugar, definitely some oak, good bit of peanut influence, and almost like a roasted type of like a roasted peanut kind of a note. And even like some almost like taking like some really dark fruits like blackberries and raspberries. Wow, very interesting nose. All right, I'm excited to try it. Hey, real quick, cheers. Okay. It's good. It's definitely decent. The nose matches the palate. It actually has a good bit of influence of the oak with the peanut profile of a Jim Beam sub-brand. Those darker fruits are in there as well. And like that roasted, almost like a roasted brown sugar or caramelized brown sugar. Almost roasted too much in a way. Let me get a little bit more. Age 16 years, it's nice. The end of the palate is very quick, and then it kind of falls off. That $175, I don't know. Is it good? Sure. But is it $175 good? That, man, I don't know. Whenever I'm sipping something that's $175 plus tax in most states, right? Plus tax, so really like $190, it needs to be like memorable. I mean, like, wow, like memorable on another level. And while this is actually okay, you have to like oak. You have to love that Jim Beam profile, that peanut forward, and you have to love like a roasted brown sugar kind of a note with a smidge of some berries in there. If you love like that darker, like oak forward type of an experience, you'll actually like it. But I don't know if I like it for $175 plus tax. All right, decent, okay, but the finish is way too quick. Way too quick. All right, before I get over to Old Grandad 114, real quick, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know if you've tried the Old Grandad age 16 years. What are your thoughts on it? And last but not least, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right, here we go. So this is the OG, Old Grandad 114. So a higher proof point, but it's only a $25 bottle. Let's see if there's a big difference. Some similarities. Obviously, a lot less age, a lot more of like a spice to it. They both obviously are high rye, mash bill. Still the same recipe: high rye and the mash bill. A little bit spicier. This one's a little bit spicier than that one. For me, it's obviously a lot less oak. A lot less oak, a lot less like those brown sugar notes, more pronounced with the peanut forwardness, if you will, from a traditional Jim Beam profile, and a lot more spicy. Obviously, it's 114 proof versus 100 proof. So you ask, Judge, is Old Granddad, age 16 years, really worth the buy at $175, or should I just put my money away and just stick with the regular Old Granddad 114? The verdict is in. This, my friends, at $175 plus tax, no way. I'm sorry. To me personally, it's not worth it. Is it a decent pour? Yes, it is decent. And while it is age 16 years, is not cask strength. Not it has to be cask strength, but it's not even 114 proof. They capped it at 100 proof on the dot. Potentially, I would love to see how this tastes if the proof was like maybe like 114 or even a little bit higher. At 100 proof, it's all right, but it's honestly, in my personal opinion, this should be a good, maybe even like $100. If it was $100, $90 to $100, I actually would be okay with it. But $175 plus tax, that's like $190, almost $200. No, absolutely not. Save a good, I don't know what, $175, $25. Save $150, and just buy the Old Granddad 114. That's just missing a little bit. Hey, I love Jim Beam, but hey, until the next time, peace, cheers, salute, take care.